Hi there. About 5 weeks ago, I ended up breaking my hand. So I ended up doing a lot of videos. Well, a few videos were basically because I felt really bad because I couldn't comment back on people's videos. I couldn't type. I would come on here and I would respond to the comments that people made. And I found that a lot of people actually really enjoyed that. They found it interactive. I managed to get shout-outs, give shout-outs to people that way. And I'm going to do that now in a couple minutes. I'm about to go make a cup of tea and I'm going to come back here. It's may be a fairly long video. And we're also going to talk about my 1,000 subscriber contest that's coming up. And I have bought ordered a prize from Amazon now for the contest. And it is bigger than a bread box. I think you guys are going to like it. At least I hope you will. Hopefully you can enter the contest and something that you won't already have or that you won't mind having another one of because it's pretty, I think it's pretty epic. I showed the guys on Cathode Ray what it was and Lauren said epic. So Lauren says epic, that's a pretty cool thing. Lauren's Rom's Reviews, by the way. And I'm going to go make my tea. My throat's a little hoarse, but I'm going to try and get this video done. I've been trying to do this for a little bit now, so sit back, and I'll be right back. We're going to talk. We're going to do some commenting on basically on the comments there, give some shout-outs, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the contest and the 1,000 subs. So yeah, I worked really hard on trying to figure out exactly what to give for this contest, and then my better half found out. So keep watching. After I get to go because this video is not stopping. So I'm back and I have my tea. It's right there cooling off. And I apologize if I clear my throat a bit during this video. I am a little sick, so get there. So that's 1,010 subscribers. And a long time ago, it seemed like a long time. It was about 3 years ago now. 3 years so that I started up this channel, and I really didn't expect to be doing this much with it, or to have met some of the amazing people that I've met and I talk to on sometimes a daily basis now. Just such incredible people. People that that started out just as commenters, and people that have moved on and like ended up doing their own channels and just such amazing jobs with it. But it's been incredible, and it's been quite the journey. And I gotta say right now, it blows me away. 1,000 subscribers. I kind of never thought I'd get here, guys. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think I was gonna get 50 or 20. Just thought my cuteness would get me like 9 or 10. But in all seriousness here, let's check out the comments here. We'll talk more about the 1,000 subscriber contest. Hopefully you're here watching for the rest of the vlog too, because we're going to be talking about some fantastic people. And we're going to talk about the 1,000 subscriber contest as well, because I think I got a pretty cool prize for it. I hope you guys agree. First up is Louise Gardner. Just basically said great video. And honestly, Louise is an awesome girl. She has included her family in her videos. She does a lot of beauty videos, beauty vlogs, and updates and unboxings and kind of out and about type stuff. But my favorite is when she has her husband in there for to do a kind of like a what would you call it, kind of a lip sync thing. I think it's a Flashback Friday thing, and she does an LL Cool J song, and I was like, getting into the music. So Louise, you are awesome, and your channel is awesome, and your family are fantastic for. And the fact that they're in there and they support you and they do that with you, that's amazing. So please check her out if you're interested in the beauty aspect at all. I know that not all of my people that watch my videos are probably interested in that style, but at least definitely check out her videos. And if you know somebody that is interested in makeup and in beauty and just a fun person that's really sweet, then check out Louise Gardner, for real. Skin Slip, Brandon. Go dog you with your hate on Carpenter. Come on, man. It's I think you'll agree that no, your video is really good. I really was. I was gonna like rag on you a bit about like the Carpenter hate. I'm a huge Carpenter fan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big fan of John Carpenter, and I can kind of understand. I know that his movies all like were homage and sourced from also somewhere else as well. and you kind of think, you feel a little betrayed. You feel that maybe what he did was a little bit, but he didn't really go for a lot, and I can kind of understand a bit. I know that Escape from New York was not the most original of films in ways. It took much from many of the westerns that John Carpenter grew up watching and loving. But it is what it is, and I don't think John Carpenter ever thought, like in all seriousness, that was going to become that he'd even get anything from that. He did it, and it went farther than probably than he thought it would. But either way, that's either here nor there, because we're not talking about. We're talking about the awesomeness that is Skinslip, who, by the way, just made a video that obviously really interested and intrigued me, and will interest and intrigue you too, because he is a really good YouTuber. He came into and pretty much took the lead on our cathode thing to round us up when we were all going all over the place a bit. And he's pretty sweet guy. Satan's Blade's hilariously and aptly made. It is, but I really love that fact, and I want to be reviewing it. Never seen Dorm the Drip Blood. Nice package from Mark. Shame he doesn't do YouTube videos anymore. Mark, Killer Nerd 75, he's awesome, and he should be doing more YouTube videos. But you know, life gets in the way. I understand that, Mark, because recently I've been trying to do the 31 Days of Horror, and I'm so far behind. But there's so many videos that I've got to get done, and work has been crazy. I went in at like 8:30 today. I got it at 7. Resident Mania 777. Oh, that was a great channel. That's well away. Enjoyed the Dorm the Drip Blood. Good cheesy slasher. It is a fun slasher. And Brandon, you said you didn't see it. It's also known as Pranks. Maybe it's not under that name, but it's a very cool little film. And a lot of people like see it as it starts out like almost like on a paint by the numbers type of thing. But by the time the movie ends, oh yeah, the ending. People remember it for the ending, especially. I think that is it's a dark film. Dr. Movie 91. Okay, I've got to say something right here, right now. Dr. Movie 91 just recently started a vlog called What's Up Doc. And his first vlog that he did spoke to me so deep when he talked about why YouTube, why he does it. Guerrero Movie House. It was inspired by Guerrero Movie House, who by the way is a fantastic YouTuber, and is really well, and like me, does like to incorporate his family into many of his videos, and I like that aspect of it. I wish my children. I wish it was around the time that my children were younger, and they could have been there at the age that his children are. And actually, it's kind of cool because as the years go on, guys, as long as these videos are on here, think of this as this is almost a time capsule. So you are actually watching. You've been watching me for 2 or 3 years now. You've seen me change slightly, look younger over the years, right? And you see my kids like hairstyles change and height. You see my son, the high schooler, now to my son, the college student, and that's amazing. But so check out Guerrero's movie house. But Dr. Movie 91, it touched me. It really did. He explained why he did YouTube, and it was pretty much the same for me. And he talked about what a warm, fantastic community we have here. And I gotta completely agree. He's on the nose. He said that he loved Scooby-Doo when he watched it every day as a kid. Me too. I was actually a huge Scooby-Doo fan. I still am, as you can tell. The bugs, rats, and spiders freak you out. Yeah, same here. Obviously, Deadly Eyes freak me out more than most rat movies because normally I don't mind them. But it was just something about that film in particular. What a haul, always getting the best from flea markets. The wide and full screens. Oh yeah, I remember that. And the Wes Craven set. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it is a gorgeous set. And I know all of them are out on like their special editions, whether from Beast, from Scream or Arrow, which I'll probably get. But I did like that set. It was just too sexy not to pick up. Scott Daniels. Here's a commenter that I like. Hi Aaron, I always love Charles Bronson and Chuck Norris movies. Have I seen Silent Rage? Yes, I did. I'm a huge fan of Silent Rage. Actually, it's probably one of my favorite Chuck Norris movies. I love the slaughter at the beginning of the film when he takes the axe and basically, goes into that boarding house. And just the way it goes from there, and I love the ending of the film. I actually remember seeing this movie here when I was very, very young. So Silent Rage is actually one of my favorites. Blu-ray Evan. Awesomeness, dude. Nice Chase Man seems like a great addition to have in the collection. And of course, you're talking about the one given me by Mr. James Hayes, and that would be The Blob from Twilight Time, which is a great, great movie. I completely fell in love with it over again, and I am so blessed to have that movie. I love that movie. I actually wanted to watch it again after I finished it. Yeah, and next up is James himself. I'm glad you read Half Like That. I'm starting to think I'm the one who prefers the original or the remake. You're not. A lot of people will love the original. I just really do love them both. I think they're both fantastic films. But I do like the remake just a little bit more. Just like what it's done. Don't hate me for saying this. When it was revealed that the Blob was man-made, it kind of ruined it for me. I can kind of see that. Especially if you're... But I like the fact that it went against what you're expecting. But I can see how some people get invested in inspecting a certain thing, and it's like, that's not what I signed on for. But I think that it did a good job of it, in my opinion. But I can understand why you feel that way. Now, Killer Nerd. Here's Mark. Under the unboxing. That let me know the difference between novelization and movie of Friday the 13th. Here's one cool thing, Mark. In the latest Hannibal edition of Fangoria magazine, I really do recommend it. I just finished reading it from cover to cover. It's got special guest editor Brian Fuller, of course, who did Hannibal and is working on Gods and Monsters now for Stars for Neil Gaiman. There's a little article on horror movie novelizations, and Mark's sending me Friday the 13th has made me want more horror movie novelizations. So I will keep an eye out for some. I like to have a small collection of them if at all possible. There are some really good ones out there. But it's so hard to find these nowadays. So I'm just going to keep an eye out and see what I can see. And I will let you know, Mark, what the differences are. Jesse G, I got St. Dorm Strip Blood, Blue, good little slasher flick. It is a great little slasher flick. Jesse G is a more of a newer commenter, and I gotta say, I did really enjoyed it. The first time I saw it, though, I was really tired and I kind of conked out. But I remember watching it. I was like, I've seen this movie before, but I didn't remember it. So I want to watch it again now. And my son's watched it recently, so he's not going to watch it with me again. It's a dark, very dark ending. Another comment by the fantastically wonderful Louise Gardner. And Skinslip talking about the fact that he's a big Scooby fan. So we got a lot of Scooby fans there, guys. Mick Bailey. Drooling over this, the Howard's said, but if Arrow got their hands on the Nightmare films, I would guard it with my life. Nightmare on Elm Street has influenced me in ways words can't express, and I can completely understand that. Ever since sneaking in my parents' room with my sister at 4 years old, like Indiana Raiders, and stealing and watching a rented Nightmare one, I'd disturbed beyond belief and hooked for life. Thanks to Arrow for giving horror such love and care. This Scarlet said it's a pinnacle example of why I always continue to buy physical media of my horror favorites and never give in to streaming or downloading. It's a little bit more here and I want to see it. God bless you, Wes Craven, for being the biggest influence on me and my writing. I'd like to hope that the writing thing, I want to see that continue. And I would like to see, hopefully, one of these days I'll be able to read something that you've written. Now, here's the thing. The Hellraiser set was amazing. And it's already sold out from Arrow, by the way, guys, in case. So if you want to get it, look at your local HMV if you live in England, or online if you want to go to amazon.co.uk to see if you can still grab that Hellraiser set. I really recommend you pick it up now because it is going to be gone. And this is one of those things that you're going to kick yourself for if you're a Hellraiser fan at all. A lot of people are just, some people are just going to wait for the standard editions. No, Brandon wasn't big on getting the set, but he wants to, get with the movies that he likes down the road, and that's understandable. If you're not big into the films, that makes sense. But if you love the films like I do, or if you love Clive Barker, or you just love these sets that Arrow's putting out, and it's something you can afford at the time, it's definitely worth looking into. Bobby Thrashaholic. You can't go wrong with Scooby-Doo. See, so many Scooby-Doo lovers. The Hanna-Barbera shows were my jam in the early 90s, where Cartoon Network was in its infancy. I always stayed up until TNT, as TCM was called back, would replace the slot at 9 p.m. See, my better half, her father was a pilot, and they would fly into the United States a lot. They'd go to Disney World, places like that a lot. And she actually would stay up late at night or sneak up in the middle of the night and watch. She'd be watching the Cartoon Network as well, and that's kind of what she grew up on. That's why she saw. Doesn't get owned, but fell in love with Thundarr, the Barbarian, the show, and many others. My son actually got her Cowboy Bebop because that was one of her favorites of all time, and just some fantastic, fantastic stuff. James Hayes, you watch all kinds of horror, and a little rat gives you nightmares. They weren't little; they were huge rats, and they ate a baby. They ate a baby. A baby, James, a baby. Warren and T.S. Fox. Aaron, will your better half please stand up? Can't get more hokey than me, Encourage her. Warren, yes, I will. But I'll be honest with you, she prefers to be more the disembodied voice behind the scenes. At first, she begrudgingly did that, and I think she's actually starting to have a little bit of fun with it. So we'll hopefully at least hear more of her if you don't see more of her in the videos in the near future. She's recommended that we do a series of classic films in November to kind of like we're doing the horror films now. She wants to do kind of classic stuff like showing, like watching or reviewing movies like Rafifi and The Naked City, and a bunch of other films. But happen one night. A lot of those that we picked up and we just want to get to and watch. So maybe that'll come up in November. And if it does, then she has to be here to do some of the reviews. So just saying, it's her idea. Robert Harding, Mr. Cartoon. Great pickups. Love the Bronson. Goodness. Oh, don't you though? Bronson's awesome. I'm a huge Bronson fan. 10 to Midnight and the Death Wish films, the first couple especially, are my favorite Bronson movies, along with Mr. Majestic. There's so many Bronsons. I can't say that. There's just so many good Bronsons. Break Our Past. Oh, man. I think Twilight Time is bankrupt me. Oh, man. Twilight Time puts out a lot of really great stuff. I have been lucky enough to have some great friends that have been able to get Twilight Time for me when I haven't been able to afford or have the ability to pick it up. And that has blown me away in more ways than you can imagine. There was a couple movies that I really wanted, and I didn't think I was ever going to get them. And I got, silly get bummed at stuff that you shouldn't get bummed about. Because, at the end of the day, we do this and we collect, but it shouldn't be like it's focus. There's so much great stuff around you to focus on. But I was bummed about a couple that I really wanted. And thanks to James and to Matthew, I was able to get some of the Twilight Time films that really, really mean a lot to me. Like I said, I mentioned before, I'm a huge John Carpenter fan. I'm a huge fan of 80s horror and 70s horror, 80s and 70s horror. I love a lot of the stuff here, and because of that, I watched The Blob last night. I never ever thought I would own the Blu-ray, the edition of The Blob at all, like Twilight Time or otherwise. So to see it and see such a great representation of the film, it just blew me away. So yeah, I definitely know how they feel about companies that can bankrupt you. 80s hairband fan too. I like that name, by the way. I really like that name. Great video, as always. Thank you. I have a couple quick questions. I think I responded to this one, actually. You said you're trying to get all the King stuff. Does that include Kingdom Hospital series? It does. I don't have Kingdom Hospital. I haven't been able to find it around here. Of course, it's based on The Kingdom by Trier. But it's confusing. It's a confusing film series, but I like it. And like I mentioned in the video, I was looking for one too called The Golden Years, which was a short-lived TV series. It started as a miniseries. The series didn't last very long. I was really invested into it when I was a kid. Used to watch it every week. And I was very disappointed when the series ended. There's a lot of King that I have to get, a lot. So that's going to be the stuff that's on my list. Stamco44, trying to pick up all the Stephen King films to say. Thunder got re-released by Ella Films. Okay. The Old Republic version, like you showed, has started disappearing. I wish I kept mine. I ended up selling it years late. I'm going to regret it ever since. If I ever find another one, I'll let you know. This month, for my 31 days of October, I'm going to try to watch all Kings and the late Wes Cravens. That is an awesome idea. It's great when you're doing this to try to find some kind of focus. I know that my good friend Lauren is doing monster movies. So it's always good to kind of have a focus like that to when you're doing these here. It can be very rewarding. And I'm finding it. I'm going a little bit like what seems like to be all over the place with some of the stuff I do. But in all honesty, guys, there is a serious method to my madness in the way that I do that, and I mentioned it before on here, so I won't go into it again. Um, the 13th Wolfman. What is in the bag of Flea Market? I did not mind that version of Autumn and Dr. Moreau. I agree with you about Fruza. Oh, she is so beautiful. Them is a very cool atomic age sci-fi. I look for a cameo by Clint Eastwood in. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. That's a good cow. Thinner is a cool movie. Stephen King movies are hit or miss. That's pretty much the truth. Sleepwalker is one I'm pretty much looking for most right now. But most of the miniseries kind of stuff kind of missed the mark. I did like the Shining one though. I'm gonna say a lot of people find it kind of boring, but I do think it was pretty decent adaptation. Charles Band seems more like a modern William Castle, and I would agree with that actually. I have a few Twilight Times nice Wes Craven box set. I always seem to have at least one of the titles when they come out in some box sets. Yeah, that's the worst part about it. Love The Serpent in the Rain, but I just got done reading Nightmares and Screams, the film to Wes Craven. I actually got to read that. So I'm definitely going to check that out. I'm with you, a fan of Charles Bronson. I also tend to admit it's a cool film. That is awesome. And he has a Bronson set as well. See, great minds find great things. Christopher Walker, he has a great channel as well, so check him out, guys. So, by the way, so is 13th Wolfman, who's really cool, and he's actually got he's part of a group as well. So check him out. He has really done some awesome stuff. And if you're talking about a guy that's like a really nice guy and a really like genuine guy, 13th Wolfman's one of those guys. Chris Walker here, great pickups. I love Wes Craven and Charles Bronson. I watched Cinemania recently. It was excellent. It is an excellent film. I picked up a few blaxploitation films. So picked Hammer, cool. Truck Turner, Black Caesar. I think I could do a video about my favorite blaxploitation films. Actually, that after watching that, after reading it there, that gave me an idea to actually do that. So I will be talking about in the future my favorite blaxploitation films. My better half, as I'm sure you're aware from some of my recent videos, is a huge fan of blaxploitation. That's one of her favorite genres. So, and she normally likes a lot of this. Like she said, I'm the geek, she's the nerd. Together make the perfect pair. And she usually watches the more. She's the more the Criterion or even than me, and she watched a lot of the more science type documentaries. But she loves blaxploitation. She really does. She thinks it's a really cool genre. So definitely you will see that video. You may even have her chime in on that one. Also many great comments here about Blu-ray Evan by James. Ireland Marcus, what a great haul. I have not purchased any Blu-ray films. Finding inexpensive DVDs near generally used as a sweet spot. I like that, Thank you for saying that. So many of us get caught up in just getting the latest stuff and then the latest Blu-rays. And this is where I was going to talk about. There are a lot of people out there that like to come on and they'll talk about the Blu-rays and the bit rate and the color and just is this done right. And I come from a time where you didn't get the movies. You waited for them to come on late at night. And if you were so lucky enough to get it at night on a channel you could see well instead of a snowy channel, you were really blessed. And then came a time when there's VHS, guys. And you could look in the back of magazines, or you could order these like books, these catalogs. And for like $25 or $30, you could get a fourth generation copy of a film that you never thought you'd ever see again, with no cover, like usually with and some people are going to know this company immediately when I say it. A VHS tape with a pale green cover with the title on it and a small snaps written on the back. And you snapped it in there to watch it, and sometimes the quality was horrible, sometimes the quality was decent. If you're lucky, every once in a while you come across like a widescreen, and you'd be super excited. That's why it bothers the hell out of me whenever I'm on like a forum or anything, and I'm seeing somebody like go, pick apart films that some of the films are being put out. Now it's completely within their right to do so, and they're paying the money for the movie. Of course, they can go out, but it also would be good to remember that a lot of these companies that we buy stuff from now, little companies like 80 Films and stuff like that, even Code Red, they're not big companies. They're actually people that are doing this out of labor of love. The money of that used to be into selling Blu-rays and DVDs is not as there the same way that it was before. So a lot of these companies that are doing the stuff are doing it because they love to do it, and because it's something that they feel important and they feel passionate about, and they do their best job. And me and my friends will be the first to knock some people sometimes when it comes to quality control, and sometimes I actually feel really embarrassed after I do so, and that's because I know how hard it is to get like a lot of this stuff out, and how hard it can be like to find the perfect copy. I used to like in the VHS days, I would be pretty much be what you consider a video hunter, and I'd be searching for people, whether they be like collectors or whatnot, to find like certain films for them. One of the most requested movies, and this is going to surprise you actually, that I ever had was a movie called Convoy. Seriously, it's a pretty simple movie. You can probably buy it now at the $5 bin in at Walmart, and it's just a fun, cheesy little film. And it's saying, I got a big old convoy. I'm not even gonna try to sing it, but it was like one of those that just everybody wanted, and they just remembered it. They had like warm, fuzzy feelings about it. So it took me a long time to actually get down a good VHS copy of it. But before that, I was like finding second and third generation prints. It wasn't, I didn't charge a lot for those. I was just finding them basically, and getting them to the people, and I would just pretty much charge costs at the time of like getting it there. But luckily, then I found like sources to find the film, and it became for a while. It was like one of those like really sought after things, and it helped me pay my rent sometimes. To be honest with you, and that was years ago, but it was fantastic. And it was before. That's when I was actually thinking of buying into like the rights on certain films, to actually. And I wish I had at the time, because so many films now that especially cult films that were completely neglected. If I had started back then, I probably would be doing a lot of stuff that companies like Code Red, 88 Films, Arrow Video, and Scream and Chef Factory are doing right now, and that's looking for these cult films and giving them like some great additions. So I completely understand and I agree with the DVD. I don't just collect Blu-rays. Obviously, you see a lot of my stuff here. I collect a lot of DVD, and I'm still proud to get the DVD, as proud as I am to get some of the Blu-rays that I get, because there are some great amazing stuff out there. I still collect a lot of my MGMs. I still collect a lot of my Canons. Just some amazing stuff. Not everything has to be blue. There's the thing. Not everything you get has to be a Blu-ray. You can get a lot of fantastic DVDs out there as well. And right now is a great time to start collecting them. And I do see a resurgence in DVD collecting coming down the road, where people are going to be looking for a lot of these kind of rare films and like sets and stuff that are right now becoming really cheap. But that's the thing. People are going to buy them up. They're going to become scarcer to find. And then people are going to be looking for them the same way that people look for vinyl records now. Robert Harding actually prefer the film projector artwork. How can you, Robert? I get it, but I do love. I think that the reverse artwork on the Canadian edition of the Editor is Giallo, like Takeoff, and because of that, I find that that new artwork that on the Canadian edition, the reverse artwork is much more authentic to what a Giallo film, if you picked one up, would be, or than the kind of like the film projector one. It's very cool artwork. I do find it kind of cheesy, but again, it was done by I think it was an amateur artist, and kudos for them for making such an evocative image that actually helped get the movie made. Surround Sound Freak 13. All right. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this movie. Thanks for bringing it to my mind. Great video too. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah, I did love the movie when I rewatched it. And ready, dude, you get me to watch and spend so much money with your out and abouts. Please keep doing them, because when sometimes my better half watch them, and she'll get me stuff. I'm glad you picked up the Editor. I hope you really enjoyed it like I did. Indie Phantom. All right. An awesome guy on here. Yes, picked this version. They're a great looking edition. Wasn't a big fan of the film. Oh, really? But I admire the effort, and there's some fun scenes. Astron 6 is getting better each time. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Editor, like I said, it's not for everybody. But if you like giallo films and that style of film, then you'll probably there's a lot of it that you probably don't like. Thomas, you told me somewhere here how to pronounce your name. And you know what? I'm still going to pronounce it right. I suck at pronouncing things right. Congratulations, you have a great channel, sir. Thank you so much. And that's when I mentioned that first time that I had the 1,000 subscribers. James said, "You're lucky to have such a great wife, better half." I used to marry to be married to a nut job. Those other titles are nice too. The only ones I've seen is Schizo, Good Slasher. I'm a huge fan of Pete Walker. I'm going to be doing Pete Walker a week on here. Roms, Lauren, Hinge is super badass. Thief limited import edition, so epic. It was actually, I was really surprised. It's a fantastic one there. When I did the Blood and Black Lace review, James actually responded basically saying that Mary Bava was his favorite Italian director, and I can see why Mary Bava is such evocative images, such cool stuff. Dina DVD, great review of a movie that sounds right up my alley. Awesome of him to send that to you. Speaking of which, and I remember incorrectly, but a dozen of your videos ago, if you have an extra something, I said you take it off your hands and your pot, it's yours. It still is yours. It's just money situation hasn't enabled me to get it out to you yet, but I do actually have it ready to send out to you when I actually can get that sent out to you. So don't worry, Dean. I have not forgotten about Jeepers Creepers. That movie is still very much yours, just like I promised. Tattooed Blu-ray. Oh, I love that name. Just saw this movie on cable this past weekend, Frankenhooker. Good movie. And I never seen it. I got it quite well. Had me really laughing out loud sometimes. Good cheesy horror, and the ending was definitely the cherry on top. It was very fun. James mentioned Smokey being a very pretty cat. So Smokey actually perked up her ears when I said that. So she thanks you. Dinush 113 New York says, "I'm in the U.S. I can order Babadook for you, then send it." That was really very sweet of you. I just didn't have the cash for it at the time, and I figure that hopefully it'll be the same either way. And a couple people actually mentioned the Babadook thing, and I really want to thank them for that. I just couldn't do it at that time, but again, thank you guys so much for offering that one for me. It really did blow me away. Actually, moving on. Hey, buddy, great haul. I gotta love the flea market this time of year. We're gonna do a horror comedy, I guess, because of the dark humor. Should check out Cabin by the Lake. Yeah, it's a really fun movie. Jamie Monville said, "Anyone looking for some older Scream titles, check out the forums on Blu-ray.com." Actually, I do. I'll go to the forums on Blu-ray.com. But just got 2 Tales from the Crypt releases in the mail last night. Haven't watched them yet, but they came with the slips and posters. Fortunately, everything on sale you already owned. I know. Last sale. Jamie, that was the same thing with me. I had that exact same thing happen. Crash and Burn Road Wars was released by Shout on a DVD, Brandon has said, as a double feature, both of which are sequels to Robot Jocks, in promotion only, of course. Extraterrestrial was bad, did not like it. Love these overview videos. Thank you. I'm going to be doing more videos. So if you guys want to see me overview like my collections again, then and I basically talk about movies that are coming out there and special editions, so let me know. I'll be doing that, and doing things where basically I talk about like the sales and stuff that are on here. Noxious Anonymous. I love Terror in the Aisle. Thank you for talking about it. Terror in the Aisle is one of my favorite movies. It takes me back to my childhood. I have warm, fuzzy feelings every time I think about the film, even speaking about it right now. And we'll definitely have to get together and do something in the near future. Nightwalker. Did you hear about the new Beyond the Veil, the Dolls disc? I'm so excited for that. Coming out. It's that film and another one I can't remember the name of in a 2-disc set. Oh, yeah, these are kind of actually right now. I'm not sure that if the Russ Meyer collection from Arrow is Beyond the Veil Dolls. No, actually it doesn't. It just includes Russ Meyer's, basically every other film that he has, except for Beyond and the one that's in the set. Because those ones in the set, those are the ones that weren't, I think it was by Fox. So they weren't protected by the Meyer estate, which has taken away all the rights. And they sell the Russ Meyer movies for like $30, $39 or more sometimes on their site. Blu-ray Hoarder. Congratulations on 1,000 subs, Professor. I'm hooked on Scream Factory Collector's Editions. Isn't that awesome? Can't wait for Demon Knight and Brotherhood of Blood and definitely Army of Darkness. Those are some pretty cool things out there. James Hayes will participate in the sale, but being a Scream Factory completionist, he's already got them all. If you want to watch the Babadook, I can do review. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it, but if I ever get to see it, I will. Well, I'll get to see it on YouTube, on Netflix. I'm sure it's on there, and eventually I'll buy it. So, or maybe wait till I can buy it. Uh, Robert Harding says he thought that a lot of the Judd Nelson flicks kind of blend into one. Hey, Judd Nelson is an amazing thespian. Remember that. Loudsburg. We're another one of my Cthulhu guys here. Definitely in agreement. This one just doesn't hold my interest. It's actually shocking that it doesn't, considering the cast. I like about half of Franco's films, and the others fall in the thumbs down category. Visually, it ain't bad at all. The last time I watched it, I fell asleep. But it happened to me too. I did watch, I haven't done a review for it yet, Vampire Lesbos. And although I'm not sure if it was done before or after, I think it was done before Count Dracula. But it actually works as a much more intriguing, almost like a sequel to the film, with much more, of the sleaziness that would come into his later films. But I thought that was well done. Anyway, we'll talk about that when I do that one. Warlock. I may not have seen this movie, Spit in Your Grave 3. I've seen the others. They are worth a watch, but I don't know. It's a little much for my taste. Definitely down. Part 2 was just disgusting. I gotta agree. I think Part 2 just seemed to be exploitive and not that well done a film. Some people like it for the gore, revenge, whatever, but it disturbed me. James Hayes, not a good movie, but an honest review. I had to give it an honest review for the film. I'm a huge fan of Jess Franco, so I wish I could have said something a lot better. That was the first one they did with Saul de Miranda, and unfortunately, it didn't do it for me. Fred Krueger, all the Hammer films are classics. That's it. And you mentioned the George Romero Night of the Dead remake. It's a drive-in type theater movie. It's a classic, but the acting in it was flat as a pancake. I can't agree with that. I thought the acting in the original Night of the original Night of the Living Dead was actually pretty good, especially for the time that it was done in. And there was a rawness to the film. But what makes Night of the Living Dead such an amazing film, aside from the fact that this guy really knew how to shoot. There's some amazingly evocative images in that film, even today. And the lead actor, I liked extremely well. And I liked the fact that they did not mind having an actor that wasn't your typical like blonde-haired, blue-eyed, or tall, dark, and handsome white actor as the lead in this one here. There were some pretty awesome scenes here, and "They're Coming to Get You, Barbara" is still a classic line. Psychotronic Broadcast. Jess Franco's Dracula doesn't have the best rep among horror fans. No, it's not the possible best Dracula film ever made, if you ask me. From memory, it's slow and boring. Christopher Lee never had much good to say about it from his Hammer Dracula films, but his word isn't gospel. And Horror of Dracula is the best film out there. Coppola's film is good, but Keanu Reeves' awful performance drags it down to being mere mediocre. Ghostly film is slow, and half the film mind-numbingly boring. Universal Spanish language Dracula is way better. I got a couple comments to actually make on that. Yes, the Spanish language Dracula is an amazingly well-done film, but you must remember that Lugosi Dracula was very good and very well done for its day, and it's not as paced as badly as a lot of other films. I mean, Count Dracula was done much later, and it's paced much, much worse. And the Spanish Dracula crew had the advantage of being able to watch the Lugosi film being shot before their film scenes were shot, and then go in and up the ante. And in a lot of cases, that's exactly what they did. Did it make for a better film? In a lot of ways, I think so. But you know, one thing that wasn't better in the Spanish one, the Dracula. Lugosi had it. The other guy, not so much. But the filmmaking in the Spanish version of Dracula, extremely evocative, extremely great. As for the Hammer stuff, Scars is my favorite. A lot of people hate Scars, but that's my personal favorite of the Christopher Lee Draculas. If you honestly want me to tell you my favorite of the vampire films, it's actually Brides of Dracula. Christopher Lee's not even in it. AJ Punk 15, my brother from, he's from here. He's from Newfoundland, and we actually have to do something one of these times. Because here he is living maybe like a half hour or so away from where I'm at. Hopefully I'm going to meet him sometime when I'm doing one of my out and abouts, or when I'm out during one of the times when I go to the flea markets, which is, unfortunately, there's no flea market this weekend, guys. So just so you know that ahead of time. Never heard of the hearse. Oh, dude, Trish Van Deer. I've seen a Facebook post and an Instagram photo just before watching this weird video. This video, how weird. I really need to get to the flea market. Yeah, you should, man. There's some pretty awesome stuff that shows up there. It's like literally a minute away from my brother's place as well. Great video, and it's always insightful, Mr. Pan. Thank you, Mr. Punk. And check out his channel, please. He's a really, really great YouTuber. Speaking of great YouTubers, John Steele, the man himself, always checking out your flea market scores. Thanks a lot. I really enjoy doing the flea markets. Sometimes I'm about half dozen. I always enjoy doing it because we always go in there to spend $5 and we end up spending way more. I know it becomes harder and harder to find anything good. It does, but I've been lucky the last few weeks, especially last week. I felt that I really scored with the Wes Craven and Charles Bronson box sets. BK94541. I should try to go to a flea market. You never went. It's always crazy, busy, and loud. And that is so true, but it's really worth it. You can find some really awesome stuff there. And ready. Great find in Campbell Lake. It's a rare DVD indeed. Yes, it is, and I really am proud of that one. I'm looking at it right now, by the way. It's one of my cool. Tams Gamers. I watched this movie a few days ago and considered my jaw has never dropped due to shock like this ever in a movie. Otherwise, the accident meant a good backstory and it was well acted all around. Surprisingly, even the detective was great. But I did notice quite a few flaws and some elements that were blatantly borrowed from other movies. Talking about A Spit in Your Grave 3, I agree. I thought it was well done. It was different. There's that. I know the scene you're talking about. I literally grabbed my crotch. I just did. Ron Drews Lawrence is impressed by the original, even the remakes. He's never seen the sequels. It's safely done. Thank you. Really, from Lauren, that means a lot. He does some amazing reviews on here. He loves horror magazines. Love them. I enjoy watching your excitement with each thing you find within the pages. I'm shocked by how good the magazines look, but the contents these days, well, the newer mags can be really lame now. Because they can. But honestly, I know a lot of people have given up on like a Fangoria for finding them more mainstream. I think they're finding their way. The latest issue of Fangoria had so much good stuff in it. It really did. It actually... And here's the thing. It blew me away. Brian Fuller was the guest editor, and I think it's neat to bring in like some of the true horror fans that like grew up on this stuff and are actually in the industry to do guest editing. And there were such great articles. I mean, he had stuff on horror novelizations. Of course, Brian Fuller took time to talk about the Hannibal series, which was great because I love the Hannibal series. We actually got Tom Noonan from the films as well. And with that being said, I'll be back in a few minutes because just been summoned. My better half needs to do something. Hey there. So let's talk about some long timers. Let's talk about guys like Falagar, who cares a lot about a lot of people and is just getting started at a new job, and wish him luck with that. And guys like Angel Tarragon, who does a lot of vlogs and is an extremely sweet guy. And I read a comment by him recently on social media that kind of got me upset. And well, it's not, like he didn't get me upset, but the fact that saddened. And I don't want to go into it, but Mr. Tarragon, sir, if I can say, there are all times when we feel down, and we're not quite sure if we get us or anyone else is going to get us, and sometimes it even feels like we lost our way. And human kindness sometimes seems like it's not really there. I'm putting on lotion here because my hands are hurting, by the way. That doesn't really exist, or maybe some stuff we're doing doesn't seem like it matters, or that it's going to focus or reach the right people. You've actually reached a lot of people, and a lot of people that actually care for you and about you and what you do. And that's going to continue to grow, and people will see the truth and the goodness in the stuff that you do and stuff that you say. So you make a difference to many people, and there's probably people out there that are watching videos that you don't even realize that you're making a difference to, or that matter, or that care. But one of your videos, one of the things that you say, maybe the thing that actually brightens somebody's day at a time when they really need brightening. It's something to think about. You're a great YouTuber. Uh, so many great guys out there. Oh man, Balagar, enjoy your new job. Uh, just love what you do when you're doing it. It's so hard now in today's economy, even like to find stuff. And you find a job that's freaks actually kind of cool. Uh, I would work at GameStop in a second over what I do right now, even if it's like dock and pay. To be honest with you, because pay's not everything. Uh, Trust me on that one. And I do not have great pay either, but it's lotion. I feel like it's replaying this lotion in the basket and out of my hands. Hands so swollen, like you can tell right from that side. This is my normal hand. This is swollen hand. Looks like a paw. So let's see who else we got here that I may not have mentioned. Rams Rivers, Chris Alexander just left Fangoria. They have a brand new editor in chief. That is true, they do. And I actually like him. Also, Delirium seems to have a new editor. Fangoria, not Fangoria, Full Moons magazine. And I think I saw Chris Alexander's name on that. I'm not sure if he's a guest editor or just helping out, but I suspect that Chris Alexander may have left Fangoria and went over to Delirium with Full Moon magazine for Full Moon. Ghost 254, it's a great video on my White Zombie one. Thank you. Cineflect. Aaron, thanks for putting this one on my radar. Just Franco's one of my blind spots. Doing 30 days forward to check out my introduction here. I definitely did, and I enjoy it. Dennis reviews also very cool. He did, like I mentioned before, I gave him a shout out with the one video he did with his wife. I always like when people put their spouses or their kids or whatever, their family in their videos. And actually, this is so hard to like do my glasses when this here is like full of like lotion. Okay. Sam, when the Scream Factory do the same thing in October as they do that shot in October? Did Shocktober? Well, they did actually, didn't they? So that's kind of cool. I went back from my old trolling video one. Brian Haygood said it's true what I said about trolls at the time, cowards of the internet. Still feel that way. I actually think that I have less respect for trolling and trolls than I did back when I made the video. That's Haygood. Ron, Lauren, you got Turkey Shoot. Lucky guy. That's like the Scream Factory sale. I thought I was going to be able to grab some stuff, but finances seem to be going otherwise. So I may not get the magnets this year, or any of the posters and stuff. But stuff happens, and there's other times, so I won't be too bad. Okay. Just so many fantastic guys on here. Do I ever think Takeshi Makai will surpass Jess Franco's film amount? No, I don't think so. I think he'll do a lot, but I don't think he'll get that far. Region free players, do we need them? Yes, everybody needs a region free player. So many great people on Movie Film 1. I like this one, like Vomit. I said, really like your videos, but sometimes you ramble a little bit and it's hard to understand what you're saying because you're not close enough to your mic. My mic is in my computer. I really need an external mic. That is true criticism at its best, and it is honest, and I do appreciate that, and I do ramble. But it's because I tend to make my videos in more of a gonzo style as opposed to some people that will come on and they'll script it, the videos, or they'll have like a roundabout idea even of what their basically purpose and what they're going to say is. And I very much like that style, and I watch many of those myself. But when I started to do this, I actually wanted to work in the style of one of my idols, and one of my journalistic idols as well, and that is Hunter S. Thompson, who just went out and did it, and like just Franco just went and did it, and shot, or filmed, or experienced. And I hope that's one thing that everybody gets from my channel, aside from a guy that really likes movies rambling on and on, at a point where you say, just shut the hell up. But remember this. I may incorporate this in my contest somehow. Passion for what you love is one of the most important things to me. So that is what stands out. That's what stands true. And I hope that, if anything, if I don't get anything else in my videos, that you see exactly the passion and the truth that I try to put in my videos. So you can actually see that this is what I love. This is not like, it's not a character. It's not something I do just to come on here. That's me. I'm completely gonzo in my style, and I will ramble, and I will get quiet, and I do need better stuff, but I can't afford better stuff right now. I'm lucky I've got an iMac, so yeah, just saying. I just moved that there, kind of like ghostly, isn't it? Rambling again, but you know. Nice touches with the sunglasses on my Hellraiser video. Yes, that was inspired by Doctor Who. Sarah Gert. Something like you more since you got Little Mermaid. Thank you. And I'm a huge fan of The Little Mermaid. That's not a lie or to get you to even like me more. But I do extremely appreciate that, Sarah. I really do. Movie Cave Dave. Dude. Robin Hood is in my top 3 old school Disneys. I think it's very adult themed and there isn't a lot of singing. Nice one, homie. Hope all is well. All is well. And Movie Cave Dave is another one of those guys that you should check out. Like Guerrero Movie House. Like Blu-ray Hoarder, who's another fantastic guy. I mentioned him up there earlier. John Steele, like Falagar, like Lawrence, Rom's Reviews, like Skinslip, like Doc, the Metal Freak, Sean, he's an extremely sweetheart of a guy. And he really enjoys the stuff he does, and he does Doc Schlocks, and he does it with great gusto. He does, and he completely commits to it. I love that. Oh, man, Lalsberg, Chris has done some amazing stuff, and Chris is a super nice dude. The whole guy's a Cathode, Falagar, Angel. There's so many people that I don't want to miss, that I know that I'm trying. There's people I forget, and I'll kick myself afterwards. And don't think that I forget you because I think any less of you than I do of anybody else that I mention on here. That's not the case. It's just it's late, and this video has been done segmented, and I had originally planned to do this in one quick like ramble, but I'm gonna leave here right now and just pretty much quickly look through and see if there's anybody else that I. Aha, it's Irish. So, Yaki. Ah, like hockey, right? There's Film and Coffee. His wife's birthday was also here, so his wife and my wife's shares the similar birthday. He likes coffee and I like tea. Caffeinated, wife's having the same birthday. That's an awesomeness there. Make sure you check out Film and Coffee because he's pretty cool. Here we go then. Densley 7. Again, there's some pretty. Did I get Videodrome? Yeah! I love Videodrome. There's so many people that could keep up. You see Scott Daniels, Michael Prale, Falagar, just so many people there that, Brendan White, he's actually started a channel recently, which you really should check out. On Field 73 who spoke for the rest in peace Wes Craven, and you know, a lot of us were so affected by Wes Craven's passing. and Cubic Liver. It's a book about Ganja and Hess and Vampire Lesbos, and it's some pretty cool stuff that's there. But I'm getting into stuff and people and that I mentioned before. So there's a lot of people I missed. Uh, Great guys like Sublime One, guys like Mood 616. But there's just so many of them, and then some of the bigger guys like Cinema Sickness, who did some amazing stuff. So with that, you know what? Let's talk about the 1,000 subscriber contest. After when I reached about 900 subscribers, my better half said, let's start looking at stuff. And I thought, well, we can do a gift card, or, we can get like maybe we pick up like a Canadian exclusive or something like that. It's on there, like maybe Steelbook or the Canadian exclusive like Editor. She wanted to go bigger. And so the prize, you'll find out when I do the contest video what it's going to be. The prize, I think, is bigger. And it is something that you can display. It is Blu-ray. It is displayable in your house. And hopefully it's something that if you don't already have it, which I hope you don't, somebody can come in and look at it and say, damn, that's cool. Because that people tend to say that with that's pretty cool. And then they look at it closer and they look at the detail and stuff and they say, yeah, that's pretty awesome. So with that being said, I'm not going to say what it is yet. I'm not going to say until I get it and I actually got the box here in my hands, and I will take both my hands to do it. So just saying. Watch this channel for a contest video coming up very soon. It is going to be the biggest contest that I've ever done. It is definitely the biggest prize that I have ever given. And it's 1,000 subscribers. You guys are awesome. You rock and you deserve something cool. And I hope you think this is cool. I know it's not everybody's bag, but one way or another, I hope that you will find enjoyment in what the prizes will be. So, with that being said, I'm not going to give away much more. But know that's going to be movie related. I'm going to try and incorporate some of the videos within this month my channel somehow within the contest to give extra chances. So find out soon. Just watch. Keep watching. Hints will be given till the day comes up that I do the contest video, which will be very soon. And I'm gonna let it run for a little bit, and somebody's gonna get one heck of a what I think is a cool Christmas present, early Christmas present for this contest. So there you go, guys. Finished for tonight. I'm gonna go watch the movie because I still have a movie review to do, and it looks like it's gonna be either Satan's Blade or Nail Gun Massacre. I haven't decided yet, but it's gonna be one of those two. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. For me right now, it truly is time for tea. And for all you awesome people out there, thank you for watching. Thank you for making this channel what it has become. And I truly feel blessed and lucky that I have got to speak with and know so many of you people here. So never think that you're not seen or appreciated, because you truly are. Have a great night. And after this length of a video, hope you guys will enjoy my contest coming up soon. Thank you for making me reach and helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. A lot of people did this thing where they edited their openings over the years and to show for their video. And I honestly just wasn't quite sure how I was going to do that. But I did want to do that at one point. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great night. I'm a little touched in the head. There, make it a little bit easier. A little less mushy. So for now, guys, I'm out of here.